Now being joined by the Director of Defense Information of the Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Rabi Abubakar. He joins us via telephone. General Abubakar, tell us, now that the victory's been gotten, as in the routing of the Sambisa forest, we saw that film and the morale of the soldiers, of the troops, seemed to be really high. What's the take of the Army generally so far?
Well, you see, the operation against the Boko Haram in most cases has been a very long one, and it has been a very successful as well. And it's all reasons, it's a result of the concerted effort of the military of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it's really a long planning. It has been the planning has been on for a very long time, and what we saw of recent was exactly the result of the planning, the strategic planning, and the joint efforts by the Army, Air Force, and other special forces, in that general area, and that's what exactly metamorphosed to such we have recorded against the Boko Haram. All as I'm speaking with you, all the soldiers and the officers and everybody there have exploited beyond Sambisa itself. We have taken over the Cambero, as you are very much aware of, for the past 5 days. We crushed them, we crushed the S-shape camp, and then we are now exploiting beyond the Sambisa itself. And this is, in the course of all these things, we equally rescue a lot of people who have been captured with the terrorists. And this is equally the success, the success not just for the armed forces, but for the whole Nigerians. We are also grateful for the support and love shown by all Nigerians to achieve this great feat this time around.
Now, in the course of this war on insurgency, there have been several damning reports about human rights abuses and attitudes of the military per se. How's the Army handling all of that?
No, you see, the military is an institution of government, and it must abide by all documents, both nationally and internationally, and that's what exactly doing. We don't conduct operations just for conducting sake. We have guidelines, we have procedures, we have rule of engagements. All these things are put in place to ensure that the operations themselves is carried out within the law, and it's carried out in consideration, with upholding human dignity and human rights. And you should know that armed forces anywhere in the world, it's an instrument of protecting human rights, not violating it. So regulations and by some groups, I think it's not fair at this very critical time. Knowing fully that in operations, it's different from peaceful time. When you are in peace, you do things, especially when you are fighting, elements that you don't even know, elements that is unconventional. The whole world is unconventional, and it cannot be in any way, deliberate, to accuse or to humanize anybody. We are protecting the lives of millions of people, protecting the lives of IDPs, those who are enslaved, and equally protecting the entire nation. We are conducting more than 13 operations now across the country, and this is just one of it, which is one of the major operations we are conducting in recent times. So most accusations are coming from those who are really not sincere of the country. You understand? Because I don't know the relationship between the armed forces committing crime and those non-state actors who are surrounding all of this. And there's never a time when this human rights group ever cautioned or condemned the activities of the non-state actors, what I mean the insurgents. So you can begin to understand, the play, in the whole thing. And I doubt it if we have done what they accuse us of. The most unfortunate thing is coming at this very critical time when we are trying to ensure that we surmount the Boko Haram terrorists in order to have peace, not only in the northeast, but all other parts of the country. And it's usual at most times that people, when you are succeeding, people may bring issues that will discourage you from doing what they are doing. But we remain focused. We will take them into consideration, and we formed our role engagements to cope up with the international standard, and that's what exactly that we have been doing since we started this operation. As you may not know, that we have set up human rights units in all our provisions and units across the country, including the operational areas. So these are some of the things which you cannot accuse somebody yesterday and then you accuse them today at the same time. No. Because you don't know that those things you said, all you observe must have been implemented. And that's what we're exactly doing. We always reform to ensure we know we meet the sensitive global practices. And that's what exactly we are doing. Not doing contrary. And more so, our forces all over trade, and give us that opportunity to protect the lives of and dignity of the citizens and those who are democratized in the country. So we cannot see ourselves being accused of. I don't know whether maybe it's pursuing Boko Haram a human rights issue, for God's sake, because if we do that, then we're saying that we should allow anybody to do whatever he wants to and get away with victory. We are turning gradually into animal farm, which cannot happen in a state like ours, a great nation parameter.
Okay, General, the commendable efforts by the military and all, but the other side of it is there's also the story going around that some of the people detained by the military, some are either abused or they disappear on a daily basis. What do you have to say about those that have been suspects that have been arrested, and then they just disappear, or some just are more like brutalized while in detention?
Where do you get your information from that they are disappearing? Because I cannot imagine them disappearing. You understand? Even we have three categories of those who are in our stage one. We have those who are surrendered. Many of the more than 2,000 Boko Haram members surrendered willfully to the security agencies. You understand? And those captured. And all of this category are, if you see them, you not even believe that they are ever our enemy. Because we are giving them the best treatment. That's what is the international, sending request of us. We are a member of the United Nations. And even if it is a normal war, when you capture an enemy, you are expected to treat him with full, you have to give him all the dignity as human being and then protect his human rights. And you must give him all the essentials that he or she needs. Not talk of people who surrender. Not talk of those who it is not a war. You understand? So what I'm saying, essence is it's not true that we are people at the Fajr. If you go here, maybe I'm not going to Maiduguri anyway. If you go to Maiduguri, you see what I'm talking about. The camps are there. Those guys are there. You understand? There is no way that we can kill our human beings innocently, or we can kill our citizens innocently. There is nothing like that. This is just a story which people will decide to tell. You understand? Just to supply certain either their own, willful, and what have you, and then maybe to supply other people. But to the true of the situation is, I am telling you, as I'm speaking with you, they are all there. Nobody is sharing, and they are treated. They are given the best treatment, and that's how some of them are surrendered. Who have surrendered. You understand? And if you say, are you saying that those who surrendered hadn't had what the bad treatment been meted to others who now willfully come and surrender? It's not possible. But they have learned what we have done to them. Those who surrendered and those captured. And that's why they are following suit to surrender too, so they can enjoy their lives. And that's what exactly we are doing.
All right.
Remember that we have what we call Operation Safe Corridor. You understand? Operation Safe Corridor, it's an operation aimed at rehabilitating the surrendered and the captured ones. So we are doing everything possible to ensure that we maintain our dignity as a force, and we operate within the international best practices, and then those who happen to be captured or those who happen to be surrendered are given the treatment aligned with the best global practices, aligned with the mandates, the chapters and international conventions set aside by the United Nations, and that's what we are doing.
All right, General Abubakar, now that the stronghold of the insurgents has been routed, there's a tendency that, yes, indeed, they will be fleeing. So is the multinational task force still up and running?
Yeah, it's right. It's right 100%. It's right. The multinational joint task force is coordinating with us properly, and as I'm speaking with you, we are conducting an operation. Operation Gamma IT2. We have done Operation Gamma IT1, which is a blockade, to block the supplies and other things of the terrorists, and equally capture the fleeing ones. And if you remember last week or thereabout, we issued a statement alerting highly restricted citizens that they should be on the watch, of those who may likely to flee as a result of the actions against them in Sambisa. And all these things are efforts which is putting to ensure that we do the needful, so that those guys who are trying to flee could not flee and inflict injury on our citizens. And the multinational joint force is 100% imposed, comprising the whole 10 countries, are doing a fantastic job. And we are collaborating with them on so many issues, information sharing, intelligence, and combat in such areas. So it's a combination of efforts between the whole forces that are especially the ground forces that are making the success that we are coding in that place.
What are the signs that the citizens should be looking at when you say they should be looking out for fleeing insurgents who may be trying to infiltrate the regular citizenry?
Yeah, naturally, they could if they are switched to the whole and have no option, then those who survive could make attempt to hide or run away, to blend into communities and societies, so that they can escape being harmed or being arrested for prostitution. That's what I mean. And the citizens are really working hard to ensure that they cooperate with the military, and they are getting all the necessary cooperations and slightly between security agencies to have been very helpful in this direction.
Okay, it's heartwarming to hear that but what are the long-term plans now that the forest is being cleared out? What are the long-term plans? You talked about Operation Safe Corridor, but is that part of the long-term plans, and how long is the operation supposed to last?
Yeah, the plans is the most important thing is we have successfully, subdued and throttle the enemy. That's the most important thing. And secondly, the most important thing again is we are in charge of that place now. There is no insurgent, no Boko Haram members that are in that place. They are either on the run or they are hotel. And so the plan we cannot leave that place like that. We are working hard to ensure that a very important thing is being done on that area of Sambisa.
Oh, is Operation Safe Corridor something like an amnesty program?
No, it's not an amnesty program. The amnesty program is only being granted by the government, but the military under the terms of the Quotas, created that such avenue so that people will encourage people to surrender. The Boko Haram members to surrender, so that when they surrender, they get the best treatment in line with the global best practices and try.
All right, General Abubakar.
Charters and chapters of the year.
Okay, General Abubakar, please would like to crave your indulgence to hold on for a few minutes. We'll take a moment and come back to continue the conversation. Please don't go away.
Thank you.